If we don't mind our histories, we are doomed to repeat our mistakes. Woohoo! What a finale. House of the Dragon comes to an end with the episode titled The Black Queen. And this episode is one of the bleakest yet, and it shows in its execution. So, we pick up right at Dragonstone right after the events of the previous episode. Rhaenys comes in and delivers the news of Viserys' death and the plans of the Greens, which in turn, let me back up for a minute. We find out in this episode that Rhaenyra is pregnant again, and when Rhaenys tells her all the news that she's, with everything she's experienced, it makes Rhaenyra go into labor, and there's a very drawn-out scene of her miscarriage, which is extremely bleak and disturbing. But I think the show's trying to paint a picture and represent the internal battle that she's facing, and how it's not only emotional but actually physical with the loss of her newborn baby. So after that, we get the audience is let into the plan of what they're going to do, and how they're going to contact all the Westerosi lords, and which allies to pick. And let me just say, Corlys is an absolute trooper, and he actually chooses to support the princess, even though he still thinks she had Laenor killed, his son. Which is a really good scene of him finally letting go of that guilt and everything with him and his wife. So let's see. Talking of troopers, the moment where Sir Eric... so actually, let me rewind. Sir Eric, the twin brother that we saw in the last episode, the one who left, where we didn't really see where he was going, ends up coming to Dragonstone to support Rhaenyra. And when he arrives on Dragonstone, we see him arrive at Dragonstone during Rhaenyra's newborn's funeral. And as he arrives, he kneels down and presents Rhaenyra with her father's crown, which is just a beautiful scene and so emotional. Really touching, too. Couldn't believe it. So there's actually this weird kind of scene with Daemon and Rhaenyra, which I'm curious to see how people will take, and actually still kind of confused as what it was trying to say in the show. But the formation of the Black Council and the hatching of the plans to sway the Lord of Westeros to the cause is truly engaging and mesmerizing. It marks the beginning of the end for Lucerys. As his brother suggests, they ride on Dragonback to the different locations to drop off the notes that the Queen had sent. So I also love the parallel here between Jacaerys and his mother, tying back to episode 2, where Rhaenyra suggested the council sent her to Dragonstone to talk with Daemon. Of course, the foreshadowing is out of this world, and Rhaenyra claims the children should receive a warm welcome from the different lords. But she couldn't have predicted Aemon's presence. And it all goes down real quick. An eye for an eye, or an eye for something more. The meeting goes sideways, but Lord Baratheon forbids Aemon to kill Lucerys in his hall. Little did he know of the event that would follow, as Aemon hops onto Vhagar at the pursuit of a young Lucerys. In a moment of distress, the protection instincts kicks in for Arrax, when he shouts out flames at Vhagar, who won't let the affront slide. Lucerys stands and hides above the clouds, but Vhagar sweeps from below and devours Arrax and Lucerys whole under Aemon's stupefaction. Yeah, wow. Gotta love all the nuance the writers brought to the table. It wouldn't have made sense for Aemon to just kill Lucerys and be straight up evil right away. as that would have just completely screwed things up for the war. Instead, we get a young guy who has to deal with the mistake he truly didn't intend for. The scene is kind of, I think, really a scene of bullying, that turns into something more, and now Aemon is really like, oh, shit, now I have to either make up something for what happened, or own my mistakes and get this war kick-started, So after that scene, we pan back to Dragonstone. Rhaenyra is once again... Man, Rhaenyra, this episode is really tough. She is once again... Daemon goes to tell her that her son died, and this scene is just the best of the whole episode. So the camera pans to the back of Rhaenyra's head in front of a fireplace, and we see her kind of stumble as Daemon tells her the news, and we see her break down, but she turns away from the fire and then turns to us, the audience, with the fire illuminating her face with just the look of, okay, it's on, where the war has started, and just the fact that she has changed completely, and now hell hath no fury. And that was it for House of the Dragon season 1. I really can't believe it's over. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. Actually, it in my opinion encompasses everything that we loved at the beginning seasons of Game of Thrones, with less of the end visual aspects. I mean, there was some, and I'm glad we did get some, because it does the action is fun. It is fun to have some cool fight scenes, but we're really what drew people into Game of Thrones in the first off was the political intrigue and the scheming and the great dialogue, and I really think this was the perfect first season, so I cannot wait for the second, even though it might be a couple years. So we will see. But let me know, did you like it? What did you think? Like and comment, subscribe below, and we'll keep going with the House of the Dragons. So thank you. Bye.